All right, here at News 19, we are, of course, committed to being on your side, and that's why we're hosting our popular Ask a Lawyer phone bank once again. We have legal experts standing by right now to take your questions, take your phone calls. Darcy is in there with them, and Darcy, I know this is always one of our most popular phone banks because legal advice, let's face it, can be very expensive.
You're so right about that, Andrea, and so what we decided to do was to take to the streets and ask you, our viewers, what questions you had for the attorneys. Take a listen to this first question from Heather.
Recently, my family has grown. I have 2 children at home, and we would like to know how we need to set up a will to allow benefits to go to our children, basically.
All right, there you have it. Cindy, how do we set up the benefits? How do we set up the will? How do we make sure that our kids are safe and secure after we're gone?
Okay, Darcy, that's going to depend on the type of benefit it is. If it's a retirement account, then they may be able to do it specifically, I make my living talking, by designating the children as the beneficiary. What I would suggest that they do is contact an attorney who does probate and estate planning and make sure that they are taken care of so that the taxes and all the other issues are addressed properly in their will.
Okay, very good. We've got one more question. Let's see what this one is.
I would ask a lawyer, at what age would a trust fund, what age should you set it at that a child can access it?
Okay, what age do our kids get their trust fund?
That's going to depend on your kid and how level-headed they are and whether or not what you can trust them. I actually have done, when I set my will up, my nephews are going to get some stuff, but they don't get it until they're 25 and 30, so that they don't go through it very quickly. And that would be a decision you would make based on how intelligent, responsible your children are. I mean,
can you make it contingent upon something? So if I have 3 daughters, can I say, well, Logan can't get the trust fund until she's completed her college, at least a bachelor's degree?
You know, you really need to talk to somebody who does a lot of estate work, because there may be some difficulty in how you limit some of that, because you can put restrictions on information. You can say that this money is designed to pay for college, but you also need to have the contingency if they don't go to college, then what happens to it? So you need to be able to do that, and that's where you would really need somebody who's an expert in the estate planning area, or at least does that a lot. You can do a lot of things. The question is whether they're going to hold up and what the kids will do if they decide to challenge it at a later point.
We really appreciate you guys being here, answering the phones, but you guys are also working for us online today.
We are. We have 4 attorneys online who are answering questions in a live chat format. If they want to go to www.scbar.org/AAL, they can then post a question and actually chat with an attorney. There are 4 lawyers across the state who are doing that. We also have a website that's available 24/7, which is sclawanswers.org. It's designed for civil questions and not anything that's time sensitive, but it's still available, and volunteer lawyers will answer those questions as well.
Cindy, thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 647-0299. That's the number to dial until 7:30 tonight. Obviously, these folks have been very busy, and so you may have to call a couple of times before you get through, but keep trying, or as Cindy just mentioned, you can post your questions online, chat live with an attorney. We're going to send things back to you, Andrea, in the studio.
All right, thanks so much, Dars. Coming up next on Friends at 5 today, Beyonce finally talks about what happened at the presidential inauguration. Did she sing? Did she sing to a track? Plus, 2 local girls taking the stage at the Super Bowl. Those stories next.